So we're shooting. Yeah.
And you want to feel with your finger. You're going to feel when it's flush. Like right there, you got an edge, right? Over here, you're going to feel. So you're going to be able to feel. Make sure that you're hitting one piece and then just boom, boom, boom. If you can't use that, that's the best way to do it. That way you're not marking it.
So far.
There's always going to be variability unless you have a physical.
Hey, what's up?
So what are you guys building?
We're going to be making a puzzle,
Yeah.
but we're making the frame for it right now.
Okay, so he's making the puzzle and you're making the frame?
No, they're both making their own puzzle. They're gonna. After he's done, he's gonna make his own puzzle,
And he's going to be making his frame, so we're kind of doing opposite things right now.
maximizing time.
Yeah.
Right.
This is my first time woodworking.
So I was just showing him because he marked this piece and then he cut it and then he was gonna mark another one because if you look at this thing, this is our reference point for for repeatable cuts. But if it's under 13 inches, you can't really use it.
Yeah.
So the best way to do that is if you cut a shorter piece and it's marked, instead of marking another piece and relying on your mark to be the exact same size, you basically, if this piece was longer, you put this reference piece on top of it, you feel with your finger to make sure it's completely flush. Then when you get it up here to the saw blade, that top piece, which is the reference piece, you just take the saw blade, you push it so it kisses the tooth, and then you basically take the blade to where it's securing the bottom piece, and then you cut. So it's a physical reference versus pencil mark, and it's perfect every time. You can feel it. Cool. That's all. Yeah. So these are done. So these were the total length, right? So we know that this is like that, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Here's the frame. This puzzle will fit. Why is that one a little wide?
Oh, it's a little larger than it should be. Is that how you
That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That makes
that's
sense.
That's it.
And then we can test it out.
Yeah.
This should fit in here.
And we'll do some sanding as well.
And then on your puzzle, the frame had like a lip, so the puzzle was fitting in there. So are we gonna like make these again and like stack them on top of each other so it like goes in? Oh wait, no. It needs a backing. That's it. That's all it needs.
That's what.
It just needs a backing.
That's what that is.
Okay. Okay.
Obviously, we're going to need this the same size, so we need a 7 3/4, which is right here. 7 3/4 by 17 3/4 back, and that's what we have.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is, since we're ripping, so we're going to need to rip the length, right? So we're going to do the width first, which is 7 3/4. So we're going to set this guy up to 7 3/4.
Get in the way.
Here, you know what? You do this. Here. Let me show you how to properly inch a table saw. So come over here to the fence. What I usually do is I just leave my tape, I lock it in, I just kind of leave it there. And so whenever you're adjusting, I'm always just giving it light taps. And I always want to use, see that tooth? So there's a tooth that goes this way, and then there's a tooth that goes that way. I always use that as my reference point because it's just a more accurate representation when you're trying to get a measurement.
The one that's jutting out more.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
See versus that one, that kind of how it goes
I see.
in like that. That one is pointed that way, so you can see that you can just really get a good sense for. So you can tell that that's not quite on, but you want to make sure that when you lock this down, as I lock it down, it could move a little bit. It did. It moved a little bit, so you just want to, for a micro adjustment, I just.
Light tapping.
So light that, just like that. Money. And you want to make sure that measurement is when you lock it all the way down, measure again, boom, that's 7 3/4. And I always take this and lock it down as well.
So undo it and let him do it now.
Yep, there you go.
Show me what you did.
Boom. Great idea, Dave.
So I kind of just, for a lot of it, I just kind of made some adjustments if I felt like it would be too easy as far as solving the puzzle goes. There's some easy parts still, but for a lot of the larger ones that I drew out, I made some, some squigglies, making it to where it's easy but also hard because you don't really know exactly where they go, especially with a lot of these simpler cuts where a lot of these pieces could very well follow into that if you aren't intentional about it.
Oh, cool. So you're gonna stain these,
yeah.
Keith?
It's up to them.
I'm definitely
Definitely.
down to stain them, and
Yeah, we use
It always
some
finishes.
water-based stains so it dries really quick, so we can lacquer them right away too.
Okay.
nice.
Cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
So what's your artistic inspiration for this puzzle?
Well, I'm making it for my girlfriend, so I put her first initial in the center, and after that, I just kind of
Where's the initial?
it's here, so an L, and then splitting up the bottom, so it's not super
So
obvious.
it's L for what?
It
Louisiana.
always moves every
Louisiana.
time.
Yeah.
How cool is that name?
Yeah, it's definitely not one you hear too often, but
Okay, that's pretty cool. So does Connor have some sort of a inspirational, thing going
oh,
on
it's
here?
yes, very similar, very similar.
I'm trying to like overcompensate.
He's
but
gonna be making it for
I
his
was doing
girlfriend
a
as well,
little
and
bit
he's
too
gonna be
much.
doing a heart in the
Oh,
center.
cool. So
Somehow he's gonna
It's very
make that happen.
slight.
Is there
Now it's
anything in this
perfect.
video that you don't
Okay.
want anybody to know about?
It moves just
no?
ever so slightly.
Yep. So, the next thing I was gonna show you was,
I like that.
Yeah.
so that's
Thank you.
locked in, it's good to go.
Should
That's
be.
the
Excited for it.
measurement. Yep, spot on. But, moving forward, this is a micro adjustment. So if that weren't locked, you could actually lock this, leave this unlocked. See that wheel? That wheel, there's a little worm gear in there. You can actually use that wheel to micro adjust it backward and forward. That's the cool thing about this fence.
Instead of just tapping on
Instead
it.
of just tapping it, you can just use this wheel to adjust it left or to the right. Now see, watch this open, watch. See how it's going that way? If this were locked down, that would be moving the fence this way. So yeah, this is the micro adjustment with the Vega. So yeah, if you want a micro adjustment, lock this down, leave this unlocked, and then use this wheel to move it, and micro.
So when do you use the pusher?
When you need to.
That's why I asked.
Yeah, here I wouldn't use it.
Okay,
So
that's because Keith doesn't value his fingers.
I've been doing this for a while. So you're going to feel it. It's 4 inch, so it cuts real easy. So kind of once you get it in, you're going to want to make sure at this point you're kind of pushing from here. You can kind of, I always do this when I get a good wide base. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel the stuff kick back. So you're always kind of you're never putting pressure here or directly that way. You're always kind of making sure that that piece is solid up against the fence. So you're doing this, you're kind of pushing, nice and slow. And then once it's about to cut through, then you just push straight through. So try that. See how that feels on that piece, right? Yeah, make sure the piece is always flat. You'll feel it. If you take your hands off of it, it'll be okay as long as it's not in a funky spot. Yeah. Remember, you want to get behind you at some point to kind of do it from both sides. Like you're still going to stay flush. And then you push it straight. Yep. That's it.
There we go.
All right.
So what's your inspiration? So you got a girlfriend too there, Connor, you're cutting this for?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna do like a heart in the middle. That's it.
That's a pretty simple puzzle.
No, it's gonna have crazy designs,
Ah,
but the
okay.
only thing that's gonna be recognizable is just
That's
the
gonna
heart.
be a hard
That's
one.
it.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
wondering about that, so I'm glad you did that.
She's smart, so
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna
I didn't
it's
make it
gonna be
harder, else
a
she'll
lot like
get done too
ties,
quick.
but it's just gonna have a heart piece.
oh yeah.
Excellent.
And I'm just
So you're
free.
just gonna wing it? You're gonna
I'm freestyling it. You know, I don't really have a direction I'm gonna go, but I'm just gonna see how it works out. But the only thing I'm gonna try to actually cut is the heart.
Okay, you know what they say, what's the first rule of
Should be
carpentry?
5.5.
Yeah, 5
What
and a
is
half.
the first? I don't know. This is
You
my
know,
first
first
time.
rule-
By
you-
like
you're talking
14
about first rule of carpentry, right?
14 16ths.
Measure twice,
If
cut
we want to
once.
make it
Yeah.
super exact.
How long?
All right, go ahead.
Like
More like just
around
only cut.
15 inches, but it's 14 and 14
This is
16.
truly freestyle, so.
That's
Yeah,
perfect.
truly.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna
I have to kind of think about what I want to do.
1/4 inch rails.
Okay.
So 1 1/4 inch.
Yeah.
That too.
So let's see.
Yep. That's good enough. That works. So, same deal here.
Yeah.
Make sure that it's up enough.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
So on these, it's the same.
And I wanna
this is actually a
make-
little bit easier to cut because it's thinner.
Each piece
wanna
like a
do it-
unique shape.
Again, just do the same thing. Press from here, press from here. Not too hard.
So this is gonna
Make
be
sure
like
it
a-
keeps up again there, and then
Just a flat
always
piece.
press
So
here
this is
lightly,
just gonna
right?
be cut like
Making sure
this.
you keep them- At least when you get up here, you want to make sure that you're putting pressure, about here.
That.
Here.
Okay. Yeah.
And then just slowly pushing.
And then
slowly
I need to
feeding.
do what Ty
Again, not too
did
much
and
pressure.
Not too much.
make
but-
sure I'm
Too much
keeping it
pressure, you'll feel
together.
but keep it up
You know,
against
as I'm
Yeah.
making it, just so I know how it goes.
Well, I guarantee you that after you do the cutting, it's only gonna go back together one way.
No, but the thing is, I don't want to have a bunch of pieces just
Yeah.
spread out and then be like, oh
Just
crap,
wanna
like
make
how do I
sure
put this
that's
together? And just sit here for a
All
while.
right, cool.
And it's really more of a feel thing, man. You don't really feel if it's supposed to get squirrely or.
Yeah.
There you go. And you know what? I kind of like this strategy. Probably do it in chunks like I just did. Cut a big piece and then cut those pieces into small
That makes
pieces.
sense.
So
Don't count your heart.
yeah. Kind of like that.
All right.
Oh, but see,
Yeah,
which
very
way
good.
does it go? Oh shoot! Now I'm
Yeah.
confusing myself.
You probably don't want that.
I think it fits
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, you
No?
gotta get it to a good side. Oh, wait,
Oh, see.
lesson learned.
Yeah.
So, if you don't know, we don't know because we haven't chopped
These are going to be two
Yeah.
skinny
these ends.
pieces.
So what you want to do is go ahead and chop one end off before you measure it.
Oh
You
yeah.
gotta
Yeah.
get a fresh edge, and then
I'll be
use
back.
that, flip that, and use that as your
Gotcha.
measurement.
Gotcha.
You know, it's-
Yeah.
Always. Yep. And then
Unless you stay close by to your phone. That's not gonna happen? Not gonna happen, no.
All right. Yep. Let's see. Just double check. Yep.
The cool thing is that this vacuum is a big piece of money over
Man, that would be cool. Oh man. Yep, both pieces cut. Yep, there we go.
Oh, you went and did.
Yeah, but
You know
that's
what?
okay.
That can go on the bottom. That's
Yeah.
fine. We don't even see that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, the next piece we're going to cut are...
That's the heart.
So you can actually follow this.
Yeah, I'm gonna create another piece out of that.
All right, same width. So it's 5.5 plus, or 5.5
Something like that.
2 1/4, which is 2 of these added up, equal 7 3/4. So, since we have already got these cut at 7 3/4, what we're going to do is we're going to do, like I told them,
There we
where's
go.
your 2 right there?
Yeah.
We're going to do it off of these, off of this. Yep.
Just like that.
Come over here.
And then I can just freestyle the rest of this. I don't have to worry about the heart anymore.
Yeah. Since we know both of these are exactly 7 3/4, what we're going to do is, like I was telling him, in order to get an exact these are yours, right?
Yes. These are mine.
This goes. I don't even remember where this went. This was over here.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
That was there.
Word.
That's down there somewhere.
Why is that not? What did we load this out again? No. We put him in 1 1/4 inches, didn't we?
Yeah, I think so.
Right, we measured.
Yep. We did put it in at, oh, gotcha.
You must not like your girlfriend very
Okay.
much.
What?
You're making it really hard.
Yeah, I am. It's part of the fun.
Yeah. Now, yeah, rip those sticks again.
All right.
She's smart. She'll figure it out.
You can rip that edge off. Look.
That's the right
Oh,
way
yeah,
to spin it.
hey.
I have confidence you maybe
Solution.
can get it.
Okay. So
I'm having trouble just even putting it together right here.
how am I gonna be able to
Maybe I should make
keep that?
one of the sides just have
like
like
this
some
way.
larger
How are
pieces, and
how
all
do you
the
do it?
real complicated ones are going to be in the middle here.
Again, same principle.
This is going to
Excellent.
suck.
Let's
She's
go
going to
over
hate.
top up. We're gonna go. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna go here.
So the more effort it takes, the more love that went into it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so you're always
Yeah, I'll keep the small pieces there. Probably some bigger pieces towards the end. Because you're right. It can't be impossible.
It's
Yeah.
not getting near the blade, but it's right here, right? All you do is keep mixing it up, right? Feel that is you're gonna tell if it's like right there, it's off. If it's here, it's off. You just want to make sure
process
that it's off, so it's completely flush, like that. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take and pinch. We're gonna take and pinch these, right? We're like this. And as a matter of fact, if you keep this finger right here when you're pushing on the bottom one, and then kind of push in here, it kind of lets you push them both together.
Yeah.
And then we're going to slide it over here, touch the tooth. I'm going to take the saw and push it down so it's holding the bottom piece.
This
Then we
guy.
can remove that. Then we
Yeah.
hold it, and then we cut it.
Gotcha. Okay.
See, I can't even figure out how the piece goes, and I made it. It's like that. You know? I'll just cut this piece in half, and then I think it'll be done. That's too difficult.
Do that one more time.
All right.
That's a little too difficult.
Use this new piece.
Yeah, you're getting pretty close to sawdust here, dude.
I mean, if I make them any smaller, it's just going to get worse. There we go. It's like, I love you, good luck. Good luck.
So I was telling Connor that he probably doesn't like his girlfriend very much because he's making these really small pieces.
I might have made it a
let me
little
take a
too
look.
difficult.
Oh man. Nah, she'll be able to get it.
That's funny.
So,
There we go.
All right, good job.
yep.
Wait, why did I do that? There we go.
So that was 15 and a half plus 2 1/4, right?
Let's see if it fits in there.
No, it will. 17 3/4. It should.
That's how long it needs to be. And we can just use this whole thing as a reference and just draw a line right here.
So we know it's 17 3/4. So go put it on that.
Or just measure it like that, yeah.
No, just go put it on. So 17 3/4 here. Boom.
There we go.
That's all yours, brother. So we're going to use pocket holes and glue to assemble these frames. So basically, we want to cut a pocket hole that's going to allow us to join that right there.
Hey, can I suggest that you dry fit those before you start putting stuff together to make sure your frames are the right size?
No, they already did.
Okay.
Yep, they already did.
17 1/4, right?
17 1/4, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So this is our pocket hole machine.
Oh, wow.
So basically, you stick that guy right
This
there.
one is cut. So.
And since it has these lines, you just always want to make sure that. So we're going to put one dead in the center. So we're going to center it on these two lines. Right there. And also.
All right.
Because we're going to sand it too after we're done.
So it's going to shrink a little bit.
Yeah, we'll sand it. So, knowing that we're going to be joining it like that, right? So we're going to need to put pocket holes going into this piece here, 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 and here. So these will have the pocket holes in each end.
Okay.
So here, like I showed you, go here, put it right in between here, make sure it's centered, right? About right there. And then, of course, you can tell that's not in alignment because there's a little bit bigger gap here, so you want to move it about right there.
Okay.
And then just hold it. Whenever you pull in on this, this is what initially holds it, and then, but the first thing you do is turn it on. And then that, you come down and hold it and drill your hole. So yeah, see how that feels? This, you gotta have that button too, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh,
You gotta kind of put some pressure on it. I want to make sure, no, it's in between.
it's in between.
Yeah, see, so,
Oh, I'm looking at that. Okay.
yeah. And then just kind of make some, put a little pressure on it. Nice and slow. And then always keep the drill down, keep it spinning until you're out of the hole.
Okay.
Boom. And then do the other side.
Got to push that button on the outside too.
Okay.
Nice and slow, Ty. Go slow.
Okay. Yeah, that's why. Okay.
Yeah, it makes a cleaner hole.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah,
We've had
much
some
better.
interesting experiments with this thing before we figured out how to set it up.
Oh,
Why isn't
no.
that hole in the right spot?
Well, and then
Well, that paper thing up there, yeah. That thing was hanging around here for years before we figured out how to use it.
glue.
And clamps.
They make tables for this?
Oh.
All
So that way
right.
you can both work on at the same time. So these are clamps to do face frames, pretty much. So you could put one here. Actually, you could put one on over here. Just put him on underneath. Right? So you can leave a little room so you can kind of move them around.
Gotcha.
If you want to be able to clamp down your work. So you can put him just like here or maybe even there.
maybe there.
Yep.
You know, this is the first time you've ever been able to actually teach in here, Keith.
What?
Aw.
I don't have a rock for you. Quit showing me your teeth.
With an angle that's kind of dead, these are specifically meant and they're magnetized. So this is what we're going to use. So yeah, lock those guys in there. It's going to have a backing on it. So here's what we're going to do. So what we want to do to make sure that we maintain the integrity of the joint as we're screwing it in, right? As a matter of fact, just make sure that it's square. We're not going to use a clamp, we're just going to use one of these.
Okay.
So you put him in there just like that. And the cool thing is it's just a little bit less than 3/4. Get this guy out of the way.
Yeah.
We want to put him in there to make sure he's square, right? Before you clamp him down. So again, you want to make sure you're edging. You want to always make sure and feel, right? Does that feel right to you? Here.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no.
No. You wanna make sure
This,
he's-
this needs to go right there.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Is yours good?
Yep.
All right. So now here's the trick. You put that in there to where it's kind of set to where it's boop. And so when you're screwing this, it's,
Yeah, where
it's
should I
set
have
on
it set
screw.
to?
I would start off at a 9 and see where that gets you. And basically what it's going to do is as soon as it gets tension on it, it's going to start clicking and it won't screw in anymore. If it's not enough, bump it up to where you can feel it sit, right? It'll stop drilling. Don't force it all the way through because it'll go all the way through. I mean, once it catches, especially since it's hardwood. So once you feel it stop, that means you don't need to drill anymore.
Okay. Like that.
That's it. That's it.
Yep.
Did you feel it set?
Yeah.
As soon as you did that, stop. You're good.
All right. Cool.
You got it. Yeah. There you go. Put some pressure on it, kind of give it less of an angle. Keep it straighter. There you go.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
I think that's it.
That was it. Yep, that's it. And you're set. Perfect. Or how did you do yours? You flipped it around.
Yeah, I think it just kind of.
Oh, you had it like that.
Come here, guys.
Yeah.
Come here, Jojo, come
Oh
here.
yeah, actually, the more you turn it that way, yeah, that would actually.
Max, come here. Come here.
That's good enough, man.
Good enough. It doesn't have to be like perfect.
Not for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
See,
Oh, but I
will
put it
say
over
this,
the
so
hole,
you
though.
see how that moved, right? So that was, if this kind of shifted, and if this pad isn't centered directly over the joint, so I would probably
Like
move it
move
down.
that a little bit.
Move that a little bit.
Be sand.
Yeah. And then
And
just
then
see where it
all that.
sits.
That's gonna
Yeah.
be cool.
Yeah, see, that's more directly over the joint.
I see. So that should help it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Because that the pad is kind of
That makes sense.
as you're sitting.
All right. Sitting
Good? Yeah.
pretty good.
Yep. And then we'll sand that once we're all together, but where's your back? Which one's your back? Is it this one?
I mean,
Or backing?
oh, yeah, it's this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember, get it flatter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that. Is that,
I think it's in.
is it in? Yep. Cool. Okay. See, you're only as thick as that, so I put it just like right there in the center.
All right.
Go through, which it didn't. And the same thing there. Right, and then as you're going, so if you just basically take your thumb, right, and use that as the edge, so if we know that's center, if you put your thumb right there, you can just be like, duke, 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 duke.
How many do you need?
Oh, 20 ought to do it, right?
Yeah, for 30.
Seriously, that many?
That could be 20.
You need just a few?
So about how far were you? Like
Not right
there?
there, yeah.
Right there?
Doesn't have to be perfect. Yep. Boop.
Yeah, that would.
Eyeball.
Moment of truth.
Yeah, I could just see.
Oops. Lost one.
Why don't you just use this?
Well, what I could do is take each of these pieces and just shave off a 16th.
on the
Yeah,
bottom
that's,
edge?
see, that's not gonna,
Mine fits.
Yeah, his is good.
That's
Yeah, his is good. But yeah, I could just take each of these edges and then just.
well, you know what, we're gonna be
Take a
sanding all
16th
those
off.
pieces down
Yeah.
anyway.
That's
Yeah.
what I was asking about the belt sander.
How are you gonna secure it? You don't wanna be holding each piece separately using
Yeah.
your hands.
Maybe one of your
Yeah, now with
measurements
the
was
bandsaw.
off. I mean, I kind of want to sand mine anyway to give it like a looser fit, so it's not so tight.
Yeah.
Sand
For
them
sure.
out. And some of mine have like jagged edges.
I'm sure that. Yeah, especially because we're gonna be staying in lacquer.
Ooh.
So you have some.
So maybe like on the very edge.
Now you're recording.
All right.
This is just the first coat.
We are
Lightly sanded.
we are almost done
Alright.
staining.
Do you wanna coat the other side too?
I don't really care about. Well, actually, no, because I won't make it to where.
Do it?
No, yeah, I do
You're
want
gonna have to coat
Yeah,
the
I'm
other
gonna have
side.
to.
Yeah.
Well, you should.
That dries really quick, matter of fact. This should.
Good.
It's okay, I'll wash them off.
Yeah.
A little bit like now.
Hello, man. Hello.
So I'm using the dark walnut on my pieces. It's a really beautiful color.
So the L is one color, and then the rest of it is this.
Yeah.
That is really
Yeah.
And then
nice.
look at this. So tell them the story about yours.
So I was originally just doing the heart, right?
Yeah.
And I I was
Right.
thinking during lunch, I was like, man, I wish I would have done I Heart You, and then I unintentionally ended up doing that.
He has two pieces here and he has two pieces
Do they actually?
Yeah, it lines up like that.
Oh wow. Well, that's.
It was
Yeah, no, it was
completely
meant
by
to
accident.
be.
So yeah, totally meant to be. So
What do you guys think of the whole learning process?
Oh, it's fantastic. It was a great time, just being able to learn how to use all the equipment. It was, yeah, and just hanging
yeah,
out.
exactly. It doesn't even feel like
and
work. We're just hanging
learning
out.
about also even different types of wood stain, like and I've already stained wood before, but not in this setting where I'm actually intentionally trying to stain things well.
Hi, Connor.
No.
You should give the gifts. in
Yeah.
Like I've
that's
got some
gonna be
really
a
cool
booger.
gift bags, like drawstring gauzy
Yeah?
kind of bags. Give them not completed yet, and they have to do it.
Oh,
Oh man, oh yeah, that sounds great. That
No,
sounds
you
fun.
should.
Sounds like fun. Especially because the thing is that I feel like it would be a lot
Maybe.
easier for if she saw the finished product beforehand.
That's part of the, that's no.
No, I'm gonna make her solve it after seeing what it is.
Oh.
She has to like
I
put
think
it
we should
together,
Give it to them unsolved from the get-go.
and then they have to solve it
Are you kidding?
to
That's
see
part
what it
of the
is.
fun of
That sounds fun. I know Louisiana would like that, so. Definitely
Oh,
up for
I
doing that
know.
for
You know,
Louisiana.
with mine, that would be fun because once it's together, she'll see it says "I heart you."
Tell her
Yes.
there's a secret message in
The
there.
secret message.
Secret
You won't
message.
know until you put it together.
Oh yeah.
That's
Also,
part of the
Uncle Keith
present.
thought that it was a 7 at one point, not an L, but a 7. And it's like, yeah, it does look like a 7 if you have it upside down. So if she makes it upside down, she'll be like, why is it just a 7 in the middle?
So I told the guys that they should give it to their girlfriends in a like I've got some really cool gauzy gift bags, really fancy.
Yeah, that's a great
Unsolved.
idea.
Yep.
Unsolved.
Unsolved.
Yeah.
yeah.
Put all the pieces in like a
Like a
little
little,
gift bag.
yeah, a
with
little gift bag in it.
tie string.
Yeah.
It'll look nice.
Oh, yeah,
It'll work especially good for mine because once it's completed, that's when it'll say "I heart you."
Yeah.
It's good. That turned out freaking so good. Do what?
I'm really happy with that.
Yeah. You should be. You guys did a phenomenal job.
All right. So what did you think, Keith?
I'm almost
What do you
there.
think about what?
Not almost.
It's good?
I like the process a lot. I thought this is it's a really good environment to teach.
It's just a great place to hang out and do creative stuff together. I think. Oh, so you're getting that stuff off? Yeah. Good, good, good. Are you done?
I'm done. I just gotta put it together.
What's that? That's part of the bridge.
It's all one piece of wood, like it's all grained all.
Oh, that's the back side.
This is the only one that's
Well, guys, I'm going to wrap this up.
not. All right.
So, thank you for coming out. This was fun. Really enjoyed it.
It was really fun.
Yes, there you go. Look at that.